Good to hear from you. Bless you.
For a grandmother, or great-grandmother in this case, a phone call from family is one of the best gifts possible. Today, Jessie Jordan is getting many presents and well wishes. No wonder she's turning 105. To be able to sit down and interview a woman with Jordan's life experience is also a gift.
Can you come closer?
Though it requires leaning in and speaking up a little.
What is it like to be 105?
It's different because you never know when the next minute is.
And Jordan could never have guessed her life would contain so many. Though her room at Shepherd Village isn't big enough to hold all her mementos, it's full of snapshots of the past.
Oh, that's my husband.
She's long since outlived her husband, though they were married for 68 years.
This was him, Charles.
That's him, yeah. That's the Englishman.
The Englishman that your dad didn't want you to marry.
Apart from her husband, her other love was swimming, one she discovered as a little girl in Dundee, Scotland.
Dundee had the first swimming pool in Scotland at that time, and it was the salt water. It was in the harbour, and right out the harbour in Nova Scotia.
She also had a love of adventure, and that's why at 16, she took a long trip to Canada.
Oh, I got a job right away, same week, dipping chocolates.
And were you ever tempted to eat them?
Oh, I ate them all the time.
But Jessie Jordan always kept her figure and stayed active all her life. She only stopped swimming when she was 101. Still, if you ask her the secret of longevity and happiness, she'll tell you one thing.
I think peace is more like happiness. Peace. Having peace in your heart. Not holding any grudge against anyone. Forgive and you'll be forgiven. And if you don't forgive, you won't be forgiven. It's as plain as that.
She says that peace comes from knowing God.
The Lord is good, and his mercy endureth forever. Those who have sinned a lot love a lot, and I love him very much. I've sinned just... We all sin, but I sinned, and he's forgiven me. And there's forgiveness for everyone who believes that he is the Son of God, who died and rose again. House forevermore.
Death isn't something most of us like to think about. Not Jessie. She says she's ready for heaven.
Be beautiful. I've been nearly there a couple of times, and it's not nice coming back. Just somebody comes and disturbs me.
But heaven will have to wait at least for today, when there's a big birthday party to attend.
She's an inspiration. She's one that shows you that no matter what your age is, you shouldn't stop doing things. You shouldn't stop being active. She's up helping with the baking group, baking things with the other residents. She comes to church every week. She's knitting. She's doing exercises. She can bring her knees up to her forehead. At 105, not many people can do that.
It's that kind of inspiration that draws a crowd. Among them, community leaders and even local celebrities.
There you go, look over there.
Hockey legend Paul Henderson made a surprise appearance for Jordan, a lifelong hockey fan, though she couldn't quite place him.
Do you remember a hockey player by the name of Paul Henderson?
No, but I have my favorite one is...
Henderson didn't take it personally. He was just happy to play a part of celebrating her life.
You know, we're so fortunate to live in this country, and I can't think of anybody that's been more blessed than me. And so I've got a wonderful wife that really encourages to, you know, what can we give back? What can we, how can we encourage somebody else? And so when you're invited to a 105th birthday party, you shut everything else down and you show up just to be a part of a day. So very, very fortunate guy.
At the end of the day, those celebrating Jordan the most are the ones who know her best, her 3 daughters and son.
She always had great faith. She had taught us a lot about health, fitness, and she loved us most of all.
She's held the whole family together, and that's very important.
Taught us to be fearless, and in a day and age when people are so constantly gripped with fear, she taught us to be very fearless. One reason for her preservation, you mentioned that earlier, I would say because she takes charge of her own life. Like, she doesn't lead it to anybody even here. She would always say, I will ask you to help me when I need your help, and I'm still waiting.
At 105, there are still a lot of things she's able to do, like cut her own birthday cake. For Jordan, it's not the sweetest part of this day.
To know that so many people care for me. Sometimes you feel very lonely and not worth anything, you know. You might just as well be gone, but they all wish me a happy birthday. So that makes me happy.
Although she can't remember some things, there are other things that have stayed with her all her life. A Psalm of Life by Longfellow is one of her favorite poems, one that's especially poignant as she nears the horizon.
Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream, for the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they might seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not the goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing, shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait. And the waiting is so difficult.
Happy birthday, Jessie Jordan. In Toronto, Denise Lottie, 100 Huntley Street.